Alrighty folks, welcome back to part 3 where you get to see the floor pan go in the truck. So, thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. We also have the front seam of the lower firewall sealed. These stamps, the floor pan stamps, aren't perfect. But on both braces you can see that black line. The triangle above that black line, I'm going to cut it off because that gets in the way on both sides. It's nothing specific. It's 3/4 of an inch down on the left side and then straight up to that little notch you can see. So there's nothing exact about that. It just gives you some working room. Now, it's easier to show you on the floor pan itself, but if you look at the side of this floor pan, right? Let's see if I can stand you up and show you. So this is your front passenger side corner of your floor pan. Right here are the 4 bolts that go to your pillar. Okay, the bottom of your floor pan and your pillar is not straight 90 degrees from the ground. It's actually tilted in at an angle. And on the previous floor pan, this was extremely tight. As a matter of fact, I had to trim off about 1 inch off each corner and then still had to splice it a little bit. But I am noticing one interesting thing. If you take a look at the arch, make sure you can see that. This arch and this stamp did not come on the LMC high hump floor pan stamp. You have to have an arch there or this square cutout because the firewall lip has an arch and you can't fit it up in there. That's a different video and a different conversation, but the short and simple of it is, do not buy the LMC high hump floor pan. If you need a high hump floor pan, buy the regular floor pan or the standard floor pan and cut out the hump, and you can just put your old high hump bolt in onto it. It's very little fabrication. The measurement between the 2 pillars is very tight with respect to the measurement of this floor pan. So what I did is I just took a 3-pound hammer and kind of beat this corner in right here on both sides where this top right hole is, the top forward hole. There's this inner rocker, and then there's the cab support that comes down. So there's actually 2 pieces of metal sandwiched together right here. So I just took this hammer and made sure that they were flat up against each other, because that 1/16 of an inch will make a big difference. Also up in here, I kind of make sure this is all in a straight line because it wasn't. And you do that on both sides. Here, I'll show you. If you see what I mean, now it's pretty much a straight line. All this matches up with the top of this, which previously it wasn't like that. So I did that on both sides. Probably gave me an extra 1/16 of an inch clearance on both sides. I'm going to cut the square out right there on both sides, because that's right there what I was talking about. Above that brace, there's a little hump right there. So rather than rather than cutting it super close and not having any wiggle room, I go ahead and just cut out an extra bit. Make sure I got plenty of wiggle room. So once I cut out those 2 squares and the 2 triangles on the braces that I showed you, I'm going to try and fit this floor pan up in there, and we'll see that. Hopefully I won't have to trim any off of this, because if you can see right there on this floor pan is where I had to trim that 1 inch off of both corners. So I've still got to go back and patch that in, which isn't a big deal. That's an easy patch, but I want to try and avoid that. Lower your side. It's the silver chain.
Which one? They both look silver.
Shiny.
That looks great to me. That looks great.
Shiny one.
Alright, which one?
Alright, hold on. So, see the front of that?
Yeah.
You gotta get it. First, we gotta get these braces. It's kind of gonna be the braces on the cab go on the outside, so that brace goes on that side of the floor pan brace.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
So you gotta get the front of that lip up, like this lip.
Right.
Scoot it up a little bit towards your corner. This lip on your side. Yeah. Cause see, it's gotta clear all this crap.
Yeah.
So now I gotta lower this a little bit. Why don't you go ahead and lower yours? Other way.
Keep going.
Yeah. Hold on, let me catch up on my side. Alright. See the front of this corner? Is it stuck there?
Yeah, it's stuck there.
See if you can push it.
Like push this that way? It's not stuck anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, the only problem is we gotta get it. Go ahead and lower it a little bit. Alright, hold on 1 second.
Are we on video?
Yeah, I got it going in the back.
Oh.
It'll all be what I figured out. I guess the best way to do it
since your phone's dead, it'll pick it up.
I'll see if I can put it with the sawzall before I find it.
Nice to have some room in here, man. Did you see the carport I sent you for 1,000?
I just saw a text that said 10 by
Yeah.
10 by 40 or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was $1,000.
I'm gonna just cut it with the grinder. Y'all might want to step out for a second.
Alright. laughing because he saw me run out there. He's like, "What, did you get a new gun or something?" I was like, "No, I got car parts."
Who? John?
No, some dude on a golf cart. He was like laughing. What? I ordered him. Let me see him. Alright, you want to make sure there's a whole thing?
I think I'm gonna have to do what I did before, which is cut like an inch off of each side real quick.
Alright.
Help me raise it up. So what's this do?
You didn't have enough free time for it. Help me out, right? Maybe I'll pressure wash your garage and you can work on my car or something.
Work on your car? What do you mean?
I gotta put a fuel pump in it.
What's this, like the fourth one he's done in that type of car?
I gotta do an engine swap too. I know I'm gonna definitely need your help with that. Mom's St. Truck is sweet, man. So I can't wait to go get Mom's St. Truck.
One inch by 3 inches. Over that side.
You're ready for it.
Yeah. Keep going. Hold on, it's catching.
Yeah, I think I'll call it. There you go.
Get loose.
Yeah, it's loose on this side.
Alright. Alright, let's try doing something. Let's try lifting the floor pan up onto that hump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, hold on one second.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good. Got that up there. I hit it on the wood.
Watch your ears real quick. That should be good. Will your side go up in place?
It's stuck over here. There it goes.
Okay, we'll wiggle it up in there?
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
I think it just needs to be like pushed in the back.
I think I pushed that side up a little bit too far, so it's kind of. Let me pull that side up just a little bit. Okay, what about now?
Yep. There it goes. Perfect.
Let's let's see. There's a pair of gloves on that. There's another pair of gloves. We're gonna have to lift
The back end
the
of it.
back up into place.
Alright.
Alright, so we'll try and lift this back in place.
What's on the inside?
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yeah, we got it.
1 second. You gotta get that lip right there at your left. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Caught on this corner.
Yeah, it's getting caught on that corner. Alright, let's try and get that lip back where we got it a moment ago. Scoot the pan up a little bit. There you go. I think we should just lift it. Let's just lift it as we did before.
There you go. My side then.
Okay. Now,
You cut this all off the back.
yeah.
Sweet. Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice it's got a trim thing that goes around it. Your truck don't have that.
Huh?
It's got a chrome piece on the back.
Yes, a package or. Alright, let's try this again.
Did you see the RX-7 I bought?
The what?
Yeah, I bought an RX-7.
Like an old one?
Yeah, I sold it already, but
Was it junk?
no, it was really nice.
Alright. Try this again. It's got stops, so it'll stop when it gets where it needs
It's almost there. It's hot right here on the lid.
to. Yeah, it's. See. What I can do is I can get the jack real quick.
Yeah, that'll work perfectly. Am I?
Give me the whole-
I figured it would stay up there.
What?
I was like,
Just let it go. I said, are you kidding?
and he like started coming down.
They're all over the truck.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. Might need a block or something. Surprised your mom was like, where you been at?
Let me keep a look.
I think we're caught somewhere.
But where? That's weird. It went up more than a.
I think my side came down more. I think my side came down more.
Ow!
I'm looking at this,
It just moved a little bit. Did you hear me? It moved some.
yeah.
Like on that front end there.
Oh, the jack. Let's see if we can get it back closer to where it was. Let's see if we can get it back to where it was. Close to it.
There you go.
We're gonna have to lower the cab just a smidge. Oh, it's sitting flat. See if you can hold the pan up. I'm gonna put the 2x4s back underneath it.
Yeah, let me help me.
I gotta stick this.
Yeah, there you go.
Get one more screwdriver.
I think it might be stuck in this corner.
Yours or hers?
Probably both corners, but I definitely know it might be stuck in this corner too. Cause it's like scratching it a little bit.
Huh?
Definitely feels like it's stuck right there.
See if you can jack. Okay, hold on.
There it goes. It's going now.
There it goes. Alright, the jack all the way? Yeah. Damn, I think that's it.
We're in business.
That's level. Is that all the way, or does that got a little bit of a gap? At the bottom of this rod. Looks like there's a little bit of a gap. Let's see. There's just a little bit of a gap. So, I'll put one screw in right here. Is there a small little piece of 2x4? Yeah, by that little heater. Thanks. That's actually it. make sure it does. Did that side drop? That side looks like it dropped. Just a smidge. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this one. Trying to get this thing. Okay, well this side's definitely good, so I'll go ahead and put this back in it.
Back. All right.
And now that one's flat. Sweet.
We're good to go.
Yeah, let me just tighten this up.
that up, right?
Where's that the little mini crowbar? Is it laying over there? What about the screwdriver? What's that screwdriver?
Flathead?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there is where there you go. It's almost in there now. Dang, that this looks really good.
Ears. You good?
Yeah, you're good.
Those are big.
I need something with just a little. Let's raise it up. Let me get a few more screws across the edge of this. Raise it up just a smidge. Going.
Is that good?
Can this roll out?
I was like, why is it going down?
because mine didn't have the hump in the middle. I think that's the last part.
What's the hump in the middle for? The transmission?
Yeah, depending on if it's an automatic or a manual or a big block. This is called a standard hump. My truck had a high hump.
Got cold out there. Chilly. Check them.
Huh. Interesting as hell. I don't know if it's just a floor pan stamp or what. It's not one.
What if y'all just tripped on that?
Remember I tripped on the W40? Yeah, you were laughing. Yeah, there was a wasp in the garage and I used W40 to like kind of like kill it or whatever. And I went to step on him and I slipped.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and Caitlin was dying laughing. Yeah. I mean, hey, I killed the wasp, so. Might run home and go grab my jacket.
Huh?
Might run home and grab my jacket.
Let me see those thick gloves in case I bust my hand.
I'm gonna run home and grab my jacket.
Probably about finished.
Alright.
Why don't you stand out of the wind? The wind's coming in the door. I don't think it's gonna get any closer than that.
Is my scrummager just on
Should be. Unless you took it off.
there? No, I didn't think so. It doesn't even feel like it's up there anymore. Is it up there, Jim? Cause that one seems like it's on there, but that one I can't even tell. Is it up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta come by and check out the car, man. It's dope.
Is it up there?
I don't know, it don't even look like it.
Did you take it off?
No, I never took it off.
Then it should be up there. Cause you put one up there.
Yeah, but did it come?
Well, it could.
I don't think feel one on there though.
There's no way it would have fell off though.
Really? It just doesn't look like there's one up there anymore.
you hold the cab so it don't move from here?
Yep.
Somewhere. Here it is. Step that bit up one side.
Okay.
No, we put it
I
up
don't think
there.
it would have fall off that easy.
Right.
All right there.
Yeah, I'm just tired of it.
Ready? I think that should be good. As far as fit goes, I'm really happy with it. Really happy I put these little rebar bump stops in. That really helped making sure the floor pan went up exactly to the right height. The way that I measured, that's 8.5. So I took this right here. Doing it this way made sure that my measurement was straight down. And right there it was at 8.5. And as you can see, maybe if I get the angle right here, it's right at 8.5. So that's how I got the measurements before. And that's how we'll recheck everything The front isn't perfect. You can see there's kind of a gap right there at the hump. If I spliced it along here, about a quarter or half an inch down from that actual edge, and then I screwed the edge up to the firewall lip, then I could go back and make a little patch piece right there, and that's probably what I'll end up doing. But the rest of it looks pretty good. The holes in the pillars are pretty close. You can tell. Can't really see the top one because it's darker. But you can see my finger. So that's pretty good. It's a lot closer than the last one I did. You usually have to ream those out a little bit. These are really good. Happy with the gaps along the outer. This one didn't have much left, so it got tweaked a little bit probably. This one's a little bit better representation, but gap looks pretty decent. It's the outer rocker sitting right on that ledge like it should be, so that's a good sign. What else? I don't know. All in all, it's coming together. It's definitely a big step. You saw me having to cut the 1-inch pieces off the corners of the front of the floor pan just to give myself some clearance, because what I was going back and doing was cutting out some of the kick panel to see if that would give me some clearance, but it didn't give me enough. So I just ended up cutting off the 1-inch piece, and what you saw me hitting and banging on was just this top ledge from the inside, trying to get that lip of the floor pan up into the lip of the firewall. Similar to the last one I did, you can see that the floor pan stamp does not exactly follow this line. You can see it kind of swoops up above it. So that's normal from what I've seen. I know some people, oh, by the way, at one point, this is the reinforcing washer that goes on the fender brace. You can see over here, that one came out. But I couldn't get this one out. It was I think it was glued in place. So I ended up taking the Sawzall, just cutting the edges off of it to get this to clear it. So anyway, that's just a side note. Make sure you get these little reinforcement brackets out of there. What happens is it's a bolt-in deal, and it bolts in right here, but that middle part I couldn't get out of the other side, so I just cut around it. Okay, so I just wanted to show something real quick. If you can see, looking at this, the floor pan channel that drops down from the inside is a little bit too tall to really fit in this firewall edge. So it sticks up a little bit on this side. That's just something I noticed. I don't know why it's like that on this side. It doesn't seem to be like that on the other side. I also noticed that like the last 4 inches of the floor pan lip is kind of angled away. If you can tell, there's a little bit of a gap right there. So at first I just had this one bolt in the pan to pull the pan up to the firewall seam. Then I added another one closer to the outside, and that pulled my holes in the pillar and lined them right up. So right now, I'm about to do the same thing over here to line these up a little bit better with the bolt on the outside edge. You can tell there's quite a big gap there. But this side, the channel is not as deep on the floor pan. So I don't know why that is. And you can tell, especially on this one, you can see how that lip on the floor pan kind of angles away. So I don't know, this one's a lot flusher than the other side. I don't know why that is, but it's just something, the way they stamp them. So at any rate, they're not perfect, like I said, but I wanted to show that. I added an extra bolt and nut on the corner of each side, and you can see that really sucked it up in there. It's not perfect as far as being real flush up at the front, as far as firewall to floor pan, but that's okay. We're not really looking at that. We're focusing on the holes lining up, and they line up really good on both sides. Measurements are good. Our bump stops are right on the bottom on both sides. Our line all the way across the back looks good. We've got the floor pan where we want it. It's bolted in, front and back, pillars. Now is where I will probably cut out, we'll move into the next stage, which is the outer parts of your cab, which is your rockers, cab corner, and your pillars. We know that the pillars are pretty much rotted out on this truck, so we're going to go ahead and replace all of them. So what will probably happen next is I'll go ahead and take off the outer rocker. I'll do the front pillar, which I'll record, and then pretty much where I will be is at, if you go back in my videos where I started I have a 4 or 5 video series on the rear pillar and cab corner, and that's exactly where we'll be. So it'll probably be about one more video, and then I've got it all covered. So at any rate, thanks everybody for sticking around and watching the videos. I'll continue to video my truck project that I'm working on. I won't be working on it all that much because obviously I want to get this other truck done, but the most recent thing I did was go ahead and weld in my new pinch weld seam. We will see y'all next time, and thanks for hanging out.